An open letter to Marla Hughes. The passive conspirator fairy tale dies in federal court. Dear Marla, you must have clutched your keyboard with trembling fingers when you set that in motion to dismiss, didn't you? Like someone creeping through the courtroom, hoping the judge wouldn't notice you in the back pew. Your hands clean, your voice soft, posture passive. But that illusion shattered the moment that Randall Shockett stepped forward in his latest filing, because what you submitted wasn't a motion. It was a feeble prayer for invisibility. When Randy didn't just respond, he lit your filing on fire. He danced in those ashes and used your own quotes as kindling. You played the oldest trick in the book. Pretend you're merely adjacent to the wrongdoing. You called the claims against you vague, as if the mountain of evidence in the complaint amounted to little more than a gossip and coincidence. You argued there was no actionable conduct tied to you with particularity, like someone denying they joined the bank robbery because all they did was hold the bag, drive the getaway car, and count the money. You wanted the court to believe you're just a passive observer in the what-the-hell's ecosystem. Just a sweet Florida resident just happened to repeat, repost, and reaffirm defamatory attacks on a man whose business platform and personal safety have been constantly under siege. But Shockett didn't buy your excuse, and neither should anyone with basic reading comprehension, which leaves out the fleas because they don't have it. Randy's filing didn't just refute that claim, it made a public spectacle out of it. He lined up specific paragraphs with surgical precision and showed that your name isn't just in the complaint. It's marbled through it like fat in a ribeye, or on Kankle's back. In fact, his response dismantled your argument using exactly the kind of case law and factual specificity that you claimed was missing. While you tried to hide behind Rule 12b-6, Randy invoked Twombly and Iqbal, I don't want to say those names wrong, just as legal decor. But to show you that his complaint exceeds the pleading standard by miles, he reminded the court that conspiracy doesn't require you to light the first match, only that you help fan the flames. And you, Marla, you not only fanned those flames, but you brought marshmallows with sticks and a cold, cold beverage. Let's talk about what Randy revealed, that you're just not some ghost in the narrative. You left digital fingerprints everywhere like a dirty, nasty child that got into the inkwell. You emailed government officials parroting false claims. You declared on public record that Jeremy Hales posted slurs and lies every single day. You wrote that he sent his followers to report Michelle to state agencies, and that CPS, the IRS, and the health department were deployed like attack dogs under his command. You accused him of faking videos, manipulating facts, and endangering a child, not just once, but consistently with rhetorical venom. And yet you stood before the court and asked it to believe none of this rises to the level of actionable conduct, that none of it constitutes defamation. You actually had the gall to ask for dismissal on the basis of vagueness, while the paragraphs naming you, quoting you, and citing your actions stretch into the freaking double digits. Randy didn't just counter your motion. He eviscerated the idea that you're on the sidelines. He cited your own statements. He traced your footprints through Facebook, through the hate groups, placed you clearly defined conspiracy that stretches from Weeks' live streams to Helm's soapbox to Matkin's late night tantrums. He showed that you participated in a coordinated campaign to harm Hales, both personally and professionally. by pushing those false narratives, amplifying the malicious content, and aligning yourself with people whose goal was clear: to destroy Jeremy, to destroy What the Hales. You did that. You argued there was no underlying tort, as if the complaint doesn't spell it out in explicit terms. 3 of them. FDUTPA violations, Lanham Act false advertising, tortious interference with business relationships. Well, shit, you said the conspiracy theory was just too speculative, but Shockett pointed out correctly, I might add, the conspiracy in Florida can be proven through circumstantial evidence and inferred conduct. The law doesn't require a signed agreement or some little secret handshake. It requires knowledge, intent, and participation. You, like the brain-dead meat puppet that you are, met all 3. The most embarrassing part, you thought you could get away with the same playbook that the others are trying. I'm not the leader. I'm not that important. I'm just a friend. Sweet cheeks, the court don't care about your perceived importance. They care about impact and involvement. You injected your cockwasher into this legal and reputational smear campaign, then act shocked when your name ended up on the caption. Your own messages, your own posts, your own associations handed Randy all the rope he needed to hang your motion by its own logic. Oh, and if you thought the judge was going to ignore all that because you kept your name off the YouTube thumbnails, well, think again, sweetheart. The conspiracy isn't built on who yells the loudest. We know who that is. It's about who plays a role. You shared the microphone. You stoked the fire. You held the line when it mattered. Oh, and now when that accountability's at your doorstep, you want to disappear behind a boilerplate motion to dismiss? Good luck with that. Shockett's response doesn't defeat your motion. It exposes the entire farce of your defense strategy. You weren't passive. You weren't peripheral. You were in it, Marla, deep in it. Every like, every share, every dog whistle post to the anti-Hales forums and Facebook groups puts you squarely in the nexus of liability. That doesn't include all of the emails and texts that you sent to people that aren't even involved in this case. You had motive, means, and opportunity in the court. Now, oh, they've got the proof. So here's the truth that you've been running from, Marla. You can't dismiss reality. You can't pretend your public record doesn't exist. You can't erase your footprint from a trail of conspiracy just because you wish it weren't there. Randy didn't just argue the point. He buried your ass in it so deep that you're going to have a hard time digging out of this one. Sincerely, Shizzywhiznut, just the guy in Velcro shoes reading your vague excuses while Randy curb stomps them with citations and screenshots. Good luck.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down with Shizzywhiznut.